Roggenrolla Community Day is this weekend. Let's get you guys prepped with some tips and tricks for the event. September 18th, 2 to 5 p.m. is going to be Roggenrolla Community Day. Yes, it's a later community day. Let me know what you think about that. Bonuses during the event, we're going to have increased Roggenrolla spawns with a shiny rate of 1 in 25. Quarter egg hatch distance, 3-hour incense, 3-hour lures, 2 times catch candy, 2 times chance of getting XL candy, 1 extra special trade during the day, and 50% less Stardust from trades. And the trade bonuses are going till 10 p.m. at night. You can also evolve Boldore into Gigalith during the event or up to 5 hours after the event and get the legacy move Meteor Beam. We'll talk about that move further in the video. 5 snapshots to get photobombed by Roggenrolla. There'll be a $1 special research story that you can buy in the shop, getting you a couple extra encounters with Roggenrollas, some items and all that stuff. We don't know what it is yet, but it's usually worth it. There'll be field research tasks at Pokestops as well, requiring you to catch 3 Roggenrollas for a variety of encounters. And finally, after the community day from 5 to 10 p.m., there'll be 4-star raid battles for Boldore that you cannot use remote raid passes on. Complete one of these Boldore raids, and for the next 30 minutes within 300 meters of the gym, Roggenrollas will be spawning with the shiny rate of 1 in 25. Finally, stickers that you can get from opening gifts, spinning Pokestops, and purchase them in the in-game shop. With the event details out of the way, let's hop right into the tips, starting with the 100% IVs for Roggenrolla. What are the CP values you should be looking out for if you want the 100% IV? If you get a Roggenrolla from a research task, 516 is going to be the perfect IV CP since that Pokemon is always caught at level 15. If you're hunting in partly cloudy weather when Roggenrolla is weather boosted, 1118 is going to be the 100% IV because that's the level 35 100% IV, the highest CP Pokemon you could find in the wild in those conditions, which guarantees the hundo. Finally, if you're playing in any weather other than partly cloudy, level 30 is the highest in the wild and 1032 is going to be the 100% IV. Other than that though, there's 32 other CP combinations that can lead to the 100% IV, so just catch as many as you can if you want the 100% IV, and hopefully you get it. We also need to take a moment to talk about PvP IVs. In PvP, you want low attack, high defense, high stamina. If you don't know why, I'll leave a link below to a video. What is the best possible IV set you could get that will lead to the most bulk on Gigalith in the Great League, Ultra League, and Master League? Starting in the Great League, the rank 1 for Gigalith is going to be a 0-11-15. Look for that IV set on Gigalith, and that'll be the rank 1 best IV. Ultra League, a 0-13-15 is going to be the rank 1. Finally, the Master League, of course, 15-15-15, 100% IV is always going to be the best. And also quick shout out to Little Cup, 1-15-14 is the rank 1 for Gigalith. I'll also quickly say Roggenrolla in the Little Cup, a 0-14-13 is going to be the rank 1. And if for some reason you want to try a spicy pick in the Great League of Boldore, 0-15-15 is going to be the rank 1. Now, a lot of people are probably wondering, is Meteor Beam actually good on Gigalith? Is it going to make it any good? Let's take a look at it right now. As far as PvP goes, unfortunately, Gigalith will not be very good. It lacks a very good fast move to be able to compete in the Great League, Ultra League, or the Master League. And although can find some niche play in some limited metas, Meteor Beam will not be helping this thing out. It really needed a fast move. As far as raids go, this Pokemon will be getting a big jump with Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam will put Gigalith in the number 4 overall Rock-type raid attacker, not including Megas, not including Shadow Pokemon. This makes it a great budget Rock-type raid attacker, and although it is not the best in the game, it is great for any players who do not have a lot of Rock-type raid attacking Pokemon to grab a lot of them during this community day. Rock is also one of the best raid attacking types in the game, so this is great for any player to build their teams. Okay, moving on to candy. One of the most important resources in Pokemon Go. How do you get a lot of candy during this community day? There's 3 tips. Number 1, use pineapple berries and silver pineapple berries. Pineapple berries will give you 2 times catch candy on catches, and silvers will give you 2.344 times catch candy. So if you want extra candy, be sure to have those pineapples ready. You can also Mega Evolve during this community day. If you don't know, when you Mega Evolve Pokemon, you can get extra candy, XL candy if you're above level 31, and XP for catching Pokemon that share a type with the Mega. Values of what Megas give you what will be right below me. Mega Evolving an Aerodactyl, the only Rock-type Mega in the game, is going to be essential because this will get you extra candy for Roggenrolla during the community day. You don't have Mega Energy for Mega Aerodactyl, and you've already Mega Evolved one, you can actually just walk an Aerodactyl as your buddy to get some. If you've never Mega Evolved an Aerodactyl before and you don't have the Mega Energy, unfortunately, you'll just have to skip out on that tip. Finally, trading. After community day, you can go ahead and trade for extra candy. Trading away a Pokemon gets you 1 extra candy. And if the distance between 2 Pokemon being traded is even further, you can get even more candy and sometimes even guaranteed XL candy. Taking a bunch of Roggenrollas after community day, just mirror trading them is going to be a great thing to do. You can also get potentially lucky Pokemon by trading that will have IV floors of 12, 12, 12, meaning the IVs will never go below this. And also they'll be cheaper to power up. So if you're a casual player, don't have a lot of Stardust, Luckies are the way to go. Now we do have quarter egg hatch distance during the community day. And funny enough, this is actually a great community day for anyone who wants to spend money to get Stardust. Hatching 12-kilometer eggs on a star piece gets you about 100,000 Stardust. It can be more, it can be less. It really depends because each egg is different because there's a range that each egg can give you. But if you can, before the community day, hatch all your eggs, battle 12 team leaders. You might have to actually spend money on radars to do this because it's very hard to not fill up your egg slots by accident. Then have those eggs, incubate them on the quarter egg distance during the community day, hatch them all in a star piece. You get a lot of Stardust, and you can even after that just keep hatching other eggs because eggs is actually a great way to grind Stardust. It's just an expensive one. Now, once community day is over, of course, we do have the Boldore raids that will be getting you Roggenrolla spawns. So if you're one of those players who doesn't really have time, you know, from 2 to 5 to play and can only play from like 2 to 10, let's quickly go through how to take down a Boldore raid, best counters to use, use so you can get access to the spawns after Community Day. Now, Boldore is a rock-type Pokemon, making it weak to fighting, ground, steel, water, and grass, so a lot of options to take it down. Some of the best counters you can use are going to be Shadow Metagross, Terrakion, Shadow Machamp, Mega Blastoise, Shadow Hariyama, Metagross, Lucario, Lopunny. A lot of options to take down this Pokemon. I believe you will be able to duo this raid boss, don't quote me on it, but you and a friend should be able to just go around town taking down these raids and getting those Roggenrolla spawns. Finally, let's talk about some Platinum Medals in Pokemon Go. You need 35 Platinum Medals to go from level 48 to 49, and even if you're not close to that, still worthy of working on it because it takes a long time. The best Platinum Medals to grind during this event are going to be number 1, of course, Hiker Medal, catch 2,500 rock types, Roggenrolla's a rock type, easy to finish this medal. The Scientist Medal, evolve 2,000 Pokemon. You might ask why. If you don't know, if you actually receive a Boldore or a Roggenrolla from trade, when you go to evolve the Boldore all the way into Gigalith, it's going to be completely free. Since it only takes 50 candies to go from Roggenrolla into Boldore and then 0 to go into Gigalith, that's going to be 50 candies for 2 evolutions in Pokemon Go, a great way to grind evolutions on the Scientist Medal. And since you're going to be getting so much candy during the day and not have much to do with it, you might as well use it if you haven't completed this medal. We also have the Breeder Medal, hatch 2,500 eggs, of course, quarter egg hatch distance. If you can spin a bunch of stops, get a bunch of 2-kilometer eggs, you can just chew through those eggs. You don't even need to have extra incubators. We of course get 5 snapshots during the Community Day of Roggenrolla. Make sure you do them. Working on your Cameraman Medal, have 400 prize encounters in Go Snapshot. And the last medal, the Picnicker Medal, use a lure help module to help any trainer catch 500 Pokemon. If you can go to an area where there's a lot of people playing, it's a very busy area, drop your lures and then people will catch Pokemon off your lures, helping you work on this Picnicker Medal, completing it, no problem at all. Community Days are a great time to work on these medals. With that being said though, that is pretty much Roggenrolla Community Day. It's a pretty simple Community Day. It's great for casual players who want to get a full team of Gigaliths to use as rock type raid attackers, and it is of course a very nice shiny. Let me know how you're gonna be playing the Community Day. Are you gonna be skipping it? And any other tips I might have missed. And that's gonna be it, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Follow up to this one. Peace.